saw, that's who he was, you know.
So looks the same.
Always, just his life, what he lived, in a simple way, but has really had a very profound impact in who I am today.
But I learned to love nature, and I learned to love something that was beyond me. He never talked about religion or God, but he knew that there was something else in control of his life.
And I always laugh about it. When we would come from Portland over to visit Dad, if it happened to be a bowling day, we didn't visit Dad at the house. We visited Dad at the bowling alley.
I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting, but he would hike and hike. He just never stopped. He was very physically fit, and he kept himself that way. You'd see him sitting in a chair, and he'd be going like this, or he'd be going like this with his legs all the time, because he knew you have to keep your body moving to keep it in shape. So he did that and that's what he did, of course, with bowling. His bowling friends will remember that he really had a pretty good approach. He could lay that ball down really well, even with a 16-pounder. And that was because every night when he went to bed, before he went to bed, he would, this iron bar, did you bring this iron bar?
He went to the Idaho Youth Ranch to get a bowling ball because he wanted to have his own. So he's got a big old black ball that's on the table there, a 16-pounder that was that he bought for $5. And believe it or not, it worked. You know, last year, did he have 10 strikes in a row over 2 games or something like that?
Fortunate to have him for father. I have many friends my age who don't fish, don't hunt, don't hike. Well, when I grew up, there was no difference at all. My father took me every time, and we hiked into Josephine Lake before there was a road there. And I remember taking our dog King with us, and we had sleeping bags, but we didn't have any pads. They didn't really make them that much then. That was in the 50s. So we took the limbs off a tree and made a nice bed, and then we slept with King right next to us.
Played everything by ear. He played piano by ear. He played his musical saw by ear, and he loved to sing. The square dancing kind of died down. Then they had a dance club in the Payette area that went all over the valley. In a quartet and with a barbershop chorus, and so we saw a lot of concerts when I was growing up.
He never preached at you. You just watched the way he lived. He never complained about people. He did not judge people.
A lot of what I'm doing now directly reflect his interests. All that you've brought to our lives. A hope.
Hope is
yours. This land is my land. From California to New York, from Redwood to Spring Waters. This
And away he goes. There he goes.
made for you and me.
Oh.
That ribbon of highway I saw above me, that in the sky once was, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. That taught my heart to fear and praise my spirit. It's my land from California to New York.
Played all the time at Butte, at Columbia Gardens, and Dad and Mom would dance. You know, every time that they would come to Columbia Gardens, then with Guy Lombardo, Dad would be out there dancing. And let's see, we got Al Jolson, Guy Lombardo, the student prince. I remember when he took us to the movie. Oh yeah, Frankie Yankovic. Oh my goodness, I can forget that. Oh, they love that polka. Fast dancing. Anybody who could do that, I'd be in good shape. That's right.
I like to do one. Oh, one more.
I would like to remind everybody to keep their noses clean.